You win. Okay, we are live. We are back for another Saturday, and we are going to be talking about today how to purify and detoxify your scalp with apple cider vinegar by Monat. And I am a new fan, well, a, a revisiting fan of Monat products. It's been years that I have been working on the health of my own hair. This is, by the way, all my hair. It's all natural. There are no what do you call them, extensions or anything like that. And every time somebody works with my hair, or an artist or a stylist works with my hair, they're always like, "Oh my God, you have such great hair." And I have great hair because I use amazing products. However, this is a product that is relatively new. Is that right, Michelle? I've not
Yeah.
tried this product, so I've ordered it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So I'm going to defer to you and let everybody know more about the two things that you are going to be bringing here that I cannot wait to try. So go ahead, Michelle, and tell us, please, why is it even important to detoxify your scalp? Like, what are all the benefits?
I love this. Hey, everyone. Nice to see you again. So, today we're here talking about two particular products that are apple cider vinegar based. And before I talk about the product specifically, I mean, I think we all kind of know generally the benefits of apple cider vinegar. Things like, balancing your pH levels and alkalinity, that kind of stuff. So the same concepts apply to the skin of your scalp. And as you know, I'm all about scalp health. That is my key thing. Think of it like a garden. This is really the roots, this is the soil. And so, unless this is really clean and really working and doing its job, the rest of the hair is not going to grow the way you want it. So, these are some really awesome products. And the reason I really love these is because you can actually incorporate them pretty much into any system you already have going on. So if you're not ready to make a full switch onto a full three-piece system, you can include this product, for example, in the washes that you're already doing. So it's really great. It's good for all people, different types of hair, because it's really aiming at detoxifying the scalp. And to your point, let's talk a little bit about why you want to detoxify your scalp. So there's usually a lot of buildup, things like sebum, which is an overproduction of oil. So you notice a lot of people will say, oh, my hair gets really oily. I can only go a couple of days and then it's really, really oily. So that's an overproduction of sebum. And that's usually because your pH levels are off. So this product can definitely help. What's great about this is then it will help to kind of extend the wash period. So you can go longer than 2 or 3 days without your hair getting really oily or greasy, which is amazing. It also helps to break down environmental pollutants. So everything from all the styling products that we're doing when you're sweating at the gym, all of these different things are kind of clogging the pores. So if you can imagine, just like you learned about the pores on your regular skin, it's also happening up here on your scalp. So I like to detoxify my scalp at least once a week, based on how frequently I'm going to the gym and that kind of stuff. And I like to incorporate these two products. So I'm happy to kind of go through a little bit of the difference between the two if you want after, but I'll pass it back over to you, Carm.
Yeah, why don't we start with the first product, which is the purifying vinegar rinse? Is this something that can be done daily? Is this something that you do once a week? Talk to me about the frequency of this rinse. And then what's it smell like? Because I know apple cider vinegar is like pretty potent. So I'm
Yeah.
curious to know if it's going to interfere with and or be more powerful than the hair wash that you're using, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got different hair and different textures. So part of working with a hair rep or a hair, call it a hair doctor, hair therapist. I mean, we're going to come up with some new names because everything that I do in life is about really self-discovery, self-improvement, self-development. Like, who are the people I need to surround myself with so that I can have a happier, better quality life? And what are the products that I should be using, both topical and foods, ingesting, all of that. And so I asked such a loaded question. So let's start with the first one. How often should we be using the rinse? And then what's the smell like?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. So for me personally, I use the rinse in my routine once a week, and it's a really easy add-on. So I use it before I shampoo my hair. I get a really nice good lather, and I get that really detoxing and purifying kind of cleanse, and then I go into my shampoo, conditioner, and mask routine. So that way my pores are open.
Is the consistency, I think of apple cider vinegar and I always think like it's very liquidy. So what's the
Yes.
consistency of this?
Yeah, that's really great. So this one is the rinse. It is very liquidy, which is awesome because if you have fine hair like me, you don't always want something that's more abrasive. So I like to recommend the scalp scrub for people who have a little bit of thicker hair. And I'm going to show you guys right while we're on screen here what this kind of looks like. I brought a little spoon. So it's a sugar scrub, which is amazing. It's basically an exfoliant for your scalp. So depending on which you prefer, sometimes people prefer a little bit more of an abrasive feeling, especially if they have a lot of buildup. In the beginning, I used to use the scrub. I had tons of buildup in there and a lot of sebum backup. So I use the scrub, but now I've shifted over to the rinse. It's a little easier. It's quite, to your point, the smell of apple cider vinegar is not great. But what I love about these, this one has pink clay in it, so it actually smells really nice. And also I get notes of like ginger and black spruce in this. So it literally does not smell like you're just putting apple cider vinegar on your scalp, which is, you know, going back to our conversation last week, we talked a lot about the fact that these products include homeopathic and kind of holistic ingredients. And if you were to just use those ingredients on your own, you would literally be going to your kitchen and taking apple cider vinegar, and you'd have to dilute it because you can't put it directly on your skin like that. So what I love about this is I actually don't have to make the product. I don't have to get it ready. It's right in my rinse. And as I mentioned, this is for all hair types. So you can incorporate.
You know what? Hold on a second. I'm actually in a hotel and there's someone at my door. Give me a second. But while I go, why don't you continue to just talk about the product? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So a couple of things that I really, really love besides, so if you're looking for a strong exfoliant, this is what I recommend. Now, I had some psoriasis at the beginning and a lot of dandruff and kind of buildup. I used this probably twice a week. At the time, I was washing my hair probably every 2 or 3 days. I now wash my hair only twice a week. So that's why I really only use this once a week. If you go to the gym quite a lot, I would recommend probably incorporating it a little bit more. But aside from just the exfoliant, what's really great is, you know, sometimes for me, I had really oily roots, but then super dry ends. And so I could never really find the right product because it either created too much oil or it dehydrated my ends. The nice thing about this is it's really going to kind of get rid of all that sebum buildup right at the root, but then it's also going to condition your ends. So it helps to lock in color. If you color your hair, this is an amazing product as well. Welcome back.
Back to the regular channel here. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, they brought cookies to the room, which is great. So is this a one or the other based on preference? Because I feel as if, you know, both of the ingredients sound amazing. First of all, I'm probably the kind of person that would probably, if I had a preference, I probably want the gritty, like that's probably me. I don't know what's better for already like pretty thick hair. Secondly, my issues are never really oily hair. For me, based on my own scalp, I don't get oily until I don't know, day 5. I don't wash my hair as often as many other people, and that's partially because I don't sweat as much as other people. I don't know what's wrong with my sweat glands, or if I was born with like insufficient sweat glands. I don't sweat that much, right?
Yeah.
That's why I go to hot yoga, because hot yoga is where like I can guarantee get a sweat. That being said, what is it? Is it, do you choose, or do you recommend like you go once you do a scrub, the next time you do a rinse? Tell me more about that. Or is it a matter of preference or scent?
I think it's a lot to do with preference. And to your point, that tactile feeling, I really like that as well. And I like the feeling of having an actual exfoliant. It also depends on what you're dealing with. So in your case, for example, you don't sweat a lot, which is really great. But on the other hand, you probably have
Maybe I don't work out a lot. Maybe it's actually
no comment.
But, you know, that's on me. I'm trying to change that. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think with you, the difference is you're on camera a lot, so you're constantly preparing yourself, right? You're doing your makeup, your hair all the time. You're out in like on the boat and you're in the sun. So there's a lot of environmental pollutants that build up in your actual scalp and will help to clog your pores. So even if you don't have a super oily scalp, a product like this, adding it into your routine will really, really help. And by the way, when your pores are unclogged, that's when your hair follicle can actually grow really, really healthy. So if you are trying to see some hair growth, you want to make sure that you're doing as much as you can to detoxify those follicles. So for someone like you, I would likely recommend the scalp scrub. You have a little bit of thicker hair. You can incorporate it once every 2 weeks even, and then kind of build up as you go forward. And like I said, the great thing about this is you can just incorporate it, into an already existing routine. So I just find the product, this particular line, was something that really helped me. And I mentioned, if you have things like psoriasis or a lot of buildup, like dandruff and those types of issues, the scalp scrub itself is amazing. Like the exfoliant,
Yeah,
it's
I would
soft
think
enough.
so. But let's go back to the purifying vinegar rinse. Do you know specifically what is it in like apple cider vinegar in particular and the scalp that is detoxifying? By detoxifying, is it partially also like you mentioned buildup of product, our own natural oils, which you call sebum? Even with daily washing or every other day washing, is it just that this apple cider vinegar goes like a step deeper? Is there
Yeah.
something in that product that like penetrates better than what's already in other systems?
Yeah, no, that's a really great question. I would say that the answer to that is yes, right? I mean, it's kind of like when you use apple cider vinegar on your salads versus when you're actually ingesting it. So, for example, a lot of people, there was kind of a fad about ingesting apple cider vinegar because it helps to speed up the metabolism. So, it's an amazing product. And while there are other great products that are cleaning your hair, the surface of your hair, the apple cider vinegar actually gets right into the pores, right into where the hot hair follicle is, and is able to clean it out. So there's a lot of testimonials on there where you'll see kind of before and afters. They'll show you a before. There's like a microscope where you can see the hair follicle and you'll see it kind of clogged with product buildup. And they'll go in with the apple cider vinegar rinse. It removes all of the attached dirt, and all of a sudden the follicle is like clean. You can see right into the midst of the follicles. So, great question. I would love to find out some more specific details about what makes apple cider vinegar so unique of all of the vinegars that really like contributes to that alkalining of the skin. So definitely we'll come back to you with more details on that.
Yeah, perfect. We intend to do this hair tutorial, hair education, self-care Saturday. Today I did my sun care. So I mentioned to you, Michelle, we were supposed to go on live a little bit earlier, but I literally ended up last minute invitation going on a boat, enjoying. I'm in Toronto, so the last bit of summer sun, I'm like soaking it all in. And to that point, like my hair, uh, it's actually not even, I can't even say my hair is dry because I'm using all the greatest products and
Yep.
I've got
Put
the
in a drop
oil.
or two of rejuvenate oil and you are good to go, girl.
Sorry. I mean, I don't really have hair issues right now. I wish I did, but like I solved my own issues. But it's great because I used to have, dry, brittle hair, and I cannot wait to have this detoxifying, like just more great stuff. I think that when I'm using natural products, effective products, and products that really complement each other, there's
Yeah.
sometimes people, it's like different perfumes. You don't put one perfume on and then completely put another, like they fight each other. So what
Yeah.
I love about the entire Monat system, and for those of you who would like to purchase that product and have a special discount on those products, you can go to carmeliaray.mymonat.com. It was Michelle that actually reintroduced me to this. So Michelle, tell our visitors and friends as well, what are the two options so that they can get the most savings? If they want to
For
purchase the
sure.
product, no problem. But if they actually want to be, somebody that continues to explore other products, much like myself and yourself, and arm their friends and family with the best hair care, what would they do?
I love that question. So there's a couple of things. Obviously, you've got the website. You can go directly to Carmelia Ray's Monat website and purchase any of the products at retail price. You can buy a single product. You can buy multiple products. What I would recommend, though, is really just taking a chance. With all of the products, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get a couple weeks in and you don't love it, you can always return it. What I would recommend is that you try to take advantage of really becoming your client, a personalized client where we can customize a hair routine for you. And you can become a VIP client. That gives you usually about 15 to up to 45% off the products. We have flash sales all the time, and we can kind of help bundle products for you so that you get the best customized piece that you want. You can sign up for that as well directly on the website. It's a VIP customer. Comes with a flex ship, which is amazing. It's not an auto ship. It basically sets up your reoccurring order for 2, 3, 4 months down the road. It also gives us a chance to check in, see how things are going. And one of the things I always recommend is when you first get your products, take pictures of the areas that you're really trying to address, because I guarantee when you look at them a month later, you will see a significant difference. So those are the two ways of ordering. I often recommend just reach out to Carmelia or myself directly, and we can help put a cart together for you and send that on over.
Yeah, I mean, if you literally look at my hair, where's the camera? Like, I don't have any split ends right now. I have been out in the sun all summer. I think I've been to I've been to Vegas, I've been to LA, I've been to I've been to so many different hot places. I've been to Mexico twice, and I have been like, I think I had the darkest summer of my life, but my hair has been the same. Like, the thing is, I'm caring for my hair just like when I'm out in the sun. I do use a powerful SPF. I have an SPF 50 foundation that I use. Shout out to It Cosmetics for that. Oh my God, lifesaver. When I knew I was going to um, a vacation with all my kids, I was like, okay, I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, but I still want to wear some makeup, right? So I went to Sephora, found a foundation that literally had the SPF 50 in it, and that's all I wore when I was out, and it was just like amazing. And so when you can find products like that, even for your hair, I'm playing with my hair a lot. It's on purpose. This is all my hair. It is not, it is not bought. It is not extensions. Like, it's very, very thick. I'm 51 years of age. I have hair that looks like it came off a 20-year-old because I'm using these products, and I cannot wait to get a hold of the Purifying Detoxify Your Scalp.
Yeah.
I think, as you know, Michelle, in our previous live, you had experienced hair loss, hair thinning. It's such a, you're already stressed as it is. And then having to worry about your looks. Like, I had, it's fixed now, but I myself had this like weird, like, patch of like, oh my God, where's my hair? Like, what the hell is going on here? And it was really concerning for me. Like, I got a ton of anxiety as a result of it. And the more anxious you are, the more panicked you are, it's not great for your hair. So having the right hair solution is important. That's what I really want to add. Is there anything else that you want to add before we, end it with our friends? And I'm going to put my link there again for you guys to take a look at the products.
No, this was great. I'm really excited to show you guys some more of these products, and we're looking forward to doing some more work with you.
Amazing. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week for more self-care Saturday, self-care hair care Saturday from Michelle and I. So until then, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.